my little nuts. They're at the ready.
I have my hands so ready to eat for everybody.
Your hands. So you were just talking about Brad's nuts, and then you're talking about your hands, Kendall.
Woo, woo. Yeah.
No.
We don't do that.
One day.
Can you get this fucking semi out of my way, Brad? Amazon.
No.
Nobody cares about you. Go.
Nobody cares.
Holy
That's
fucking
me.
wide turn, eh?
They need room. Give them space. 20 feet. Or whatever.
Fuck 20 feet, dude. I'm sitting in the middle of an intersection at a red light right now because this fucker took his time.
Okay, so a couple topicos that my brain has conjured up in the last 12 hours. Yeah.
Oh God.
No. They're not like complete fuck shit. I'm sure we'll get there. But so first thing, tattoos. Tell me about the tattoos that you guys have, what they mean. Whoever wants to go first. I'm going to save mine for last.
Zach, you go first. You have the least.
Okay. Well, I've got 3 tattoos. I've got one for Dev on my left forearm, and then I've got a pretty much a fishing scene on my inner left arm, kind of like where my wrist and all that shit for Tucker. And then I've got one on my right inner arm as well that says "I love you" more with a heart on it, and my mom's handwriting, and she has one that says "I love you, Mama" on it with my handwriting.
Oh, Zachy boy loves his mama. Zachy boy loves his mama.
Just a little bit. I wouldn't know who I am today without her, so she pretty much raised my ass.
I hear you there. So you got what, 4, Zach? You have 4 tattoos?
No, I've got 3. I have one actually scheduled for the 26th of January. Going in and getting my 4th, and that'll be my full right bicep from my shoulder all the way down.
Tramp stamp?
Oh. No, not a faggot.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
I take offense to that because I have a tramp stamp of a rose on my ass. So
My mom has a tramp stamp.
Do you really?
Oh, what's her number?
I've got
Bradley.
it. Hold on, I've got her Facebook too.
Shut
Just
the
kidding.
fuck up.
But we all know
Very.
someone who does have an ass tattoo.
That's true. Isn't it? Wasn't it 2 cherries, some shit like that?
No. No, it says honey with a heart.
Says what?
It says honey with a heart.
Honey?
Mm-hmm.
So, are you just always buzzing?
No, I don't know what possessed me to get that. But it was one of those days where it's just like oh, fuck it, let's go get a tattoo. And then that's what I got.
You and Tessa or you and Megan have matching ones?
Nobody has it matching with me.
No, but Megan and her all went on.
And Bella.
Holy shit, Zach! Oh my god, his connection's booty.
I'm driving to the parking garage, you fuck.
Well, maybe you should have been here on time like the rest of us.
I was working, whore.
Not my problem.
Hey.
Who needs money? When you're friends with Conor McGregor like I am, you don't have to be fucking... You don't have to worry about money.
He literally just retweeted your tweet. Shut the fuck up.
But he followed me on Twitter. I want to hear it.
Okay, Brad.
He did. Even though, it's fine though. We're best friends. It's all good. So what else then? What other ones do you have, Kendall? You have a couple on your arm, right?
Yeah, I have a sunflower and then the words "You're my sunshine" because my grandpa used to sing that song to me before bed all the time. So I got it when he passed away. And then
Oh,
I
wow.
have 2 paw prints on my arm for my dogs.
The Doge.
And then I have my grandma's handwriting on the back side of my arm.
Oh, so so yours are just like little whatever, like little things here and there.
Yeah. And then I have one for
It's
Devin
like
Marina
you
on
get,
my ankle. Huh?
It's like Brad,
Dad, don't worry about him. We can only understand every other word what he's fucking saying right now. Don't worry about him.
Yeah,
We'll
fuck
wait.
that.
We'll wait till he actually gets inside his apartment and he's not fucking.
Yeah, facts. Anyways, then I have a tattoo for Devin Marina on my ankle. And then I have a cross on my ankle as well. And that was a drunk stick and poke.
Oh,
And I have an anchor on my other ankle. I have it matching with my brother for our grandpa, our other grandpa.
anchor on my ankle. Wow. Sorry, that was a lot.
I got them A's on my ankle. Yes. And then I have a matching tattoo with my best friend on my ribs.
What's
It's
that
like
say?
it's a lotus flower in a unilome.
A lotus flower in a what?
Unilome.
What is that?
A unilome is it's like line work that describes pattern of life. Like you have your ups and downs and like everything like that.
Okay, cool. You don't have any like teardrop tattoos because of all the people you've murdered?
I'm not saying that on live. I cover them up every day. Don't want these people knowing.
Or you just got them removed off your face? Oh, dude, imagine getting a tattoo removal on your face. Oh,
That would have hurt like a son of a bitch.
no, thank you. Yeah, that would suck. Well, I guess I'll go into the ones that I have. I have one on my rib cage. That was my first one when I turned 18. And it says, "All the gods, all the heavens, all the hells are within you." And I have another one on my right booba that says, "If I can't be my own, then I'd feel better dead." Real cringy, I know. And then I have
Isn't this
my.
Suicide Boys or what?
That's actually Alice in Chains. That's not Suicide
Well, I know
Boys.
it's not Suicide Boys, but like grungy music like that.
Oh yeah. Big Suicide Boys guy. And then my whole right arm is 90s albums. Actually, besides one. The one Breaking Benjamin one I have is from like early 2000s, I think. But where'd you guys go for years? Because I go, all of mine have been done by the same gal in White Bear Lake at Inception Studios, Selena Korn. That's who does mine.
Oh yeah. I've gone to a bunch of different artists.
Oh, you don't go to the same one? I don't know. I think like if you go to the same I don't know, it'd just be cool to say like, oh yeah, I've had all these done just by like this one, particular person. Unless you go like out of state and you get a tattoo and whatever, like
Yeah, that's fair.
overseas, yeah, like if you're visiting Putin or something and you want to get a tattoo with the homie.
That's
like
actually where the ass tat inspiration came through.
Putin?
Putin.
Why?
What? We're homies.
Oh, you and Putin are homies?
Yeah.
Lucky. What's he up to? nowadays?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, it's a matter of national security.
Yeah,
Fair.
he pays me.
It's you. Zach, where'd you go to get yours? All right. Epic.
I think he went to
Where'd you go?
It was like Black Coffin Tattoo or something like that.
Black Coffin?
I think.
That's around here?
I have no idea.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I really like my tattoo artist. She's pretty.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I went to my first tattoo for Dev. Was at a Hell's Angels shop. Aaron brought us there, and they had a fucking scary ass dude that was pulling skulls out of his fucking toolbox and shit.
My tattoo artist would love that.
No, he was a weird motherfucker. I can
They
tell you
might
that
be
much.
homies, actually.
But I went there for my first one, and then I went to Black Kaufman Tattoo off of University in 280 for my Tucker tattoo and my mom's tattoo. And to be honest with you, I won't go anywhere else because of how good of a job he did.
Yeah.
Jew.
Yeah, that's.
So that's the only place that I'll ever go as long as he's still in business.
Yep. Yeah. No, if my tattoo artist like moves or anything, I don't care. Plus she's also a really good friend too. Like she's not just a tattoo artist, she's actually a really, really cool person. We're into the same like kind of music and stuff, and we're gonna go whoever we have a mutual liking with in as far as concerts go, we're gonna go to the next rock concert together. She's pretty sick. She's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I want to get my next one. I want to get for Lane. I want to get like a you know how people wear watches on like the inside of their arms. You know, like on the inside part of their wrist. I want to do that, and I don't know, just some random watch. I'd have to figure it out, but and then the time he was born at 5:59, and then yeah, and then the date in Roman numerals on the wristband part on top. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be pretty sweet. You should do the fuck is it called? A Celtic cross or Celtic knot. Like for
what's that?
I'll look it up quick. It's supposed to be like love eternity or something.
Oh, speaking of, I never sent you guys the new kicks I got.
Are they the Skechers, Mama?
Bradley got the new kicks, baby.
The meaning of a Celtic knot is commonly considered to signify the three forces of nature: water, fire, and earth. To signify every inch of love that you have for something, or something along those lines.
Well, maybe that could be like the wristband. I could do something.
Oh, that's what Lexi's dad did for her. He's got her initials written inside the clock on the inside of his arm.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna send this to the group chat. These are my new kicks. Talk about dad shoots 2.0.
What group chat?
The one on messages.
Oh, yikes. Why would you send
what do you
that
mean?
to me, dude? I'm eating beef jerky right now. That's fucking gross.
What? They're my kicks.
First of all, I know that isn't your bathroom. Second of all, those are Balenciaga shoes, and you would never fucking buy those.
Wait, are you?
How did you know that was his birthday or his bathroom?
We spend a lot of time in there.
Because we've been to his fucking apartment.
Don't dox me, dude. Don't dox me. But yeah, those are my new kicks.
No, they're not.
Did you see that Russia just had 63 troops killed in the Ukraine attack last night?
No, I did not see that.
They came and fucked some shit up. So, fuck you, Putin.
I'm sure. So okay. So now I want to hear about your guys. Or first, hold on. Is there anything that you guys want to bring up or talk about?
I want to bring up everybody's weekend.
Oh God.
Yeah, Kendall fought somebody.
That's what I was gonna say.
There's that. Well, okay. Well, we'll save hers for last then because my weekend was. I shouldn't say it was boring. It was fun, but I don't know. I picked Lane up on Friday night, and we just kind of chilled at home. And then, honestly, we weren't really planning on doing anything until you texted us, told us to come over for din din. So we did that, and we played some pool or attempted to play pool. I think we kind of scraped the bottom of the barrel as far as that goes, but yeah, we came home. Lane went to bed around 10:30. I stayed up for another, I don't know, 15 minutes, half hour, and then I was drooling on my couch. And then that was it, really. We went to my mom's and watched the Vikings shit the bed. Vikings done. If the Vikings were one celebrity, they would be Amber Heard. They'd be shitting the bed.
No, you know what? You know what? The Vikings would be 6-8 right now if you guys never came back from any of the games. You guys would be at the bottom of the division, well, right above the Bears. But
I 100%. Dude, one of my uncles, he's like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs. Like, I'm buying my Super Bowl tickets already and all this and that." And I'm like, "Why? Like, I don't, dude. We're getting lucky. Like, we're not. we're finding ways to win, and I don't know if that's a good trait to have or not. But I'd rather be a for sure winning team instead of just like, we might win, might not. I don't know." But yeah, that's what I did this weekend. What did you guys do? Well, Zach, I kind of know what you did.
Brad, I pretty much did the same thing you fucking did. So, Kenny, what'd you do? I heard you fought some bitch.
I did fight some bitch.
Oh, well, what happened?
Well, so I was down in Winona this weekend. Well, I went down there on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we pre-gamed and then went to the bars. And stayed at the bar until bar closed, and then went back to the house for after bar, which is like everybody that wants to keep drinking at the bar just comes over.
Oh, no shit.
Lose your attitude.
My bad, I'll fall back.
That's what I thought. Anyways.
No way.
What?
Brad, you're going to like this one. Hold on. Let me interrupt for a second, all right?
Okay.
Transgender woman scheduled for execution would be the first in the United States.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I love all trans people. God, it's so hard to say that with a straight face. So hard to say that with a straight face. All right, Kendall, continue with your Conor McGregor story.
So then the boys were trying to kick everybody out of their house and whatever, and this bitch was just not wanting to leave. And she told my friend,
dick.
Huh?
She just wanted some dick.
Let her tell the fucking story.
Sorry.
Literally, because I'm about to drive my ass to your apartment and beat the fuck out of you.
Come on.
Come on with it.
Bro. Anyways, like I was saying, before some ginger fuck decided to rudely fucking interrupt me.
Look who's interrupting you now. Brad's just screaming over there.
Sorry, my cat's licking my
Hey,
toes.
fuck both of you. I'm not gonna tell the story if you're not gonna listen.
No, come on. Tell the abusing child story. Come on.
Wow.
So then she told my friend who's the owner of the house to shut the fuck up and all this shit. And then he just looks at me and goes, "Green light, I don't give a fuck what you do." So then I was like, all right. At this point, I was already hammered. So I was like, word. I like told her, I was like, all right, y'all need to fucking leave like right now. Like, no more bullshit. Y'all need to leave. She's like, bitch, who the fuck are you? Like, blah, blah, blah. Screaming at me. So I like got in her face and I like slammed her up against the wall. And I was like, you need to fucking leave. Like, leave. Nobody wants you here. Probably shouldn't have said this, but I was like, you're fat and ugly. Just get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Well, was she fat and ugly, or was she kind of cute?
No, she was fat and ugly.
I'll be the judge of that.
I have a picture of her, actually. I'll send it to the group chat, but
This could be my chance.
then, like, as she was, like, her friend finally convinced her to leave and whatever. And so she, like, walks out the door, and as she walks out the door, she's like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I'd beat the fuck out of you if I ever catch you again. You're getting your ass beat, this, and that. And I was like, oh, word. So then I pretended to, like, calm down because they were leaving, right? So then I finally got let go by the two boys that were holding me back. And I just beelined it to the door. Swung the fucking door open, ran down the street after this girl. And I was like, alright, you said you can be my ass. Like, I'd love for you to try and beat my ass right now. Like, if you're all big and bad when you walk out a fucking door, like, be big and bad in my face. And so she was like, I could beat the fuck out of you, this, and that. And I was like, okay, then do it. Like, I will pay you if you can beat my ass. And then she, like, pushes me, and then I just cold cocked her in the mouth. And then at that time, I got picked up by the two boys because they ran after me down the street. So that was that. She started crying, and she was bleeding.
Lord, sounds like you had a little bit of anger to take out.
Stumbled and rolled away. Huh?
Sounded like you had a little bit of anger to take out.
Yeah. Well, you know, if I didn't have to deal with Dipois all day.
Well, that's a given who you're friends with.
Facts. You guys make me have anger issues.
I just got punched by some random bitch.
Look at her. Oh, wow. All right. That's actually pretty funny. That's actually really
deserved
funny.
it. She was talking shit.
That's funny.
My mom, I told my mom about it, and my mom was like, wow, the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree.
All right, so
I'm just glad that you didn't get arrested, because then you would have had to call Mama Dawn.
Fuck. Mama Dawn would have been like, Kendall, you're better than this.
No, she would have been like,
And then would have gave you,
proud of
no,
I'm
she'd have
coming
gave you a
to get your
fucking,
ass out of jail, bitch.
I was
We're
going to
going to
say,
the
she'd have
bar.
given you a high five right afterwards, too.
Exactly. She would bail me out and be like, we're going to the fucking bar, celebrate that shit.
she's like, you didn't hit her twice?
I couldn't. I got grabbed again.
That's
Because once I was starting, I was not stopping.
Wow, that's pretty. It's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit. Ow! Fuck! I just kicked my table. Oh.
Good. That's karma.
Shut up. Oh. What happened? Oh.
What do you mean? What happened?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I thought something just happened. That was weird.
No, I've just got a psycho-ass black dog running around. Willow.
That's racist. Okay, so now I want to hear about everybody's, like, childhood memories or favorite memory during, like, high school or college or both. I feel like Kendall would have, like, some bonker, like, childhood memories. I don't know. I feel like...
What did you just realize?
What?
I thought last New Year's Eve, too.
Yeah,
Maybe I should just not go out for New Year's.
Probably not.
It's an annual and whatever thing for you. Yearly thing for you.
But that was my bitch-ass roommate, Carly.
Is that the one that was freaking out that you stole her picture or something or whatever?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
She's a weirdo.
All right, childhood memories. Go.
Who's going?
Either of
I
you.
don't know.
Well, you gotta give me like a specific age or like category.
When you were a child, I don't know how specific.
Huh? Who the
I don't
fuck
know.
remembers like that much from their childhood?
I don't know. You don't remember like 5th grade or 8th grade, or like you're just missing time from when you were 5 to when you were in high school? Like, I don't know.
All I really did was like play outside with the neighbors and like go to school, so it's not really like eventful.
Okay, but you guys like didn't grab sticks and try to like hit each other with them or something? Like you
I
didn't
mean, yeah, but I feel like all kids did that growing up.
you didn't punch a black kid in the face? Because apparently I did that.
You wanna
Oh,
know what
wow.
the shittiest part of all childhood was? Is we were in the middle of a demo for I think it was our little like play set we had in our backyard. And my dumbass decided, oh, the kids across the street like to do karate in the fucking street. So I'm like, I'm gonna kick this fucking board, hold this son of a bitch. Right? So I had I don't know if you guys remember Trent Mertz or Zach Bernstein at all.
Mm.
Yeah, so I had Zach hold it and I had Trent videotape it. I don't know if you got the video, but went to kick the fucking 2x4 thinking, I'm some tough guy, and didn't realize that there was a screw going through and had a screw go right into my fucking foot, right at the bottom side.
Oh.
Yeah. That shit was fun. My tetanus is all updated though. That was like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Oh, good. I'm 10 years late on my tetanus shot. Hopefully nothing happens.
Yo.
Oh, that's funny. I have a couple crazy ones. So, let's see. So, okay, well, for context, for punching the black in the face. So, I guess this was at the time. So, this was right around the time I think it was right around the time me and my sister figured out that my dad
We're
did.
white.
Yeah, this was around the time I figured out white privilege was a thing. No.
Ouch. We're fucked.
So, no, this was around the time we figured out that my dad did Taekwondo, like back in the day, like back in the 80s, I think. And we wanted to, whatever. He like had taught us some stuff, and I don't really fully remember it because all I really remember is like staying like the buses, and then like getting off the buses. And I think he was on the same bus stop as me, and this was in like elementary school. This was in like 2nd or 3rd grade or something like that, and everybody was trying to get inside the doors. I think it was the winter time, and I thought like we were playing, and I was just like we were like slow motion, like hitting each other, like we were like, I don't know, we were just like being kids and playing or whatever. But apparently, I just clocked this kid right in the mouth, and I don't really remember it, but my mom swears by it. And then next thing I know, like a year or two later, I'm taking martial arts. So that one was that was pretty crazy because I don't know. I do remember her yelling at me though, because I was just like sitting at the top of the stairs. She's like, "You can't do that," but that's really all I remember. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
Way to go, asshole.
Yeah, I know. I'm that guy, I guess. I don't know. There's that one, or there was that time. Oh my gosh, there was a time like when I was in high school. One of my friends, we would do this dumb thing. I don't know if people at Woodbury ever did it, but at Eastridge we would where they would like pile the snow to plow. Bless you.
That was for Easter.
So where they would pile the snow, right behind where we park, and they would get big piles going. So what we would do, we would back all the way up to the pile and back up the pile, so our trucks were sitting at like a 45-degree angle, and we did this all the time. And one day, one of the teachers or somebody with the administrative got upset at us for doing this. And me and I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 of my buddies when walking in the doors, and apparently she'd been watching us, and so she knew it was us. And she's like, "Yeah, I don't think you guys, I don't think like that's damage like to our property. Like you guys can't do that." And
Fucking snow. I
know, right? Well, that's where I'm going with this. One of my buddies, he looks at her, and this was the same guy. I don't remember if I ever told you guys about him, but this was the same guy that would like, he would wear a helmet on purpose. I don't know where he got it from, but he would wear a helmet on purpose and he would act special. And
oh my god.
This guy was, oh my god, that guy was crazy. And so he walks right up to this teacher or whoever that's yelling at us, and he just goes, "I didn't know you could own snow," and he just walks away. And
that's great.
We're just looking at each other, and we're like, "Are we supposed to walk away too? Like, or do we stay here and get yelled at still?" So we just started leaving, and the teacher's still like yelling at us down the hallway. And I get up to my lockers, and this is how bizarre this kid is. And I get up to my lockers, and I lost sight of him for a little bit. I grab my books, shut my locker, I turn around, and I see him, and he's putting a dead fish, in a locker, an empty locker.
Ew.
I swear on everything. And this was like, this is like in the middle of the school year. And I'm thinking, oh, he's like, I was like, oh, it's a senior
prank. That's just
prank.
normal smell at Eastridge, though, is dead fish.
Yeah. Oh, boy, there's a lot of layers to that one. We could go a bunch of different directions with that. But so I was like, "Trevor, what are you doing?" He's like, "It's, senior prank. Haha, so funny." I'm like, "I thought senior pranks were at the end of the year." He's like, "Well, it's never too early to start or never too late to start or whatever." And I'm like, "So you just came to school, put a dead fish in a locker right after we just got in trouble for parking on a snowbank?" Like, it's just random. So weird, so bizarre.
Yeah,
And,
I think that's the normal smell around Eastridge, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
It
normal
definitely-
around. It's definitely normal around Park too.
Yeah.
Woodbridge clean though.
Woodbury is not clean.
There's a handful of them that aren't.
Yeah,
I could give you a couple names right now that aren't.
I know one.
I know one.
I know a couple.
Very fishy. Stinky fuck. All right, next topic.
Oh my god.
Not doing that shit again.
Next topic is this old guy that is staring in my car. What are you doing? Why don't you just get in your car and smoke your cigarette, pal?
I'm gonna steal your shit.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, I totally forgot my vape inside, and I am fiending right now. So, like, Willow better hurry up and take this piss. Come on.
All right. Well, I'm trying to think. I feel like if I could like really think, I could talk about some more like, let's see. Well, I mean, there was one time me and my brother were hunting, and we had shot this crow in the morning, and it was still alive, but it was a crow, so we just fucking left it there, whatever, nasty birds.
Fuck crows.
And yeah, and then we come back out a couple hours later, and I kid you not, my brother will say the exact same thing. We're walking to our pit, and it flies away. Like, it gets up out of where it was, like, in the pit. Like, the little shit must have hopped, like, did some weird voodoo magic, got up the stairs of the pit, and flew away. We watched it fly away.
Gross.
Just so bizarre. Like, why? Like, what? Like, what?
You should have
Why?
shot that fucker again.
He was still a ways away. Otherwise we would have. Yeah, or the time I got my 17 stitches. Me and my brother were racing dirt bikes in a turned over cornfield, and but we were racing like against the rows, so we weren't like going with the rows, we were against them, and like going sideways on them or whatever.
Yeah.
And I went too fast, and I don't remember this. According to my brother, I went like head over the handlebars, and the rubber stopper at the end of the handlebars came off. And at that point, it's just a metal, it's just handlebars, right? It's just like a metal ring, and that came up, and it stabbed me in the leg.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was in shock. I didn't really know, but then like I looked down and my hands were all bloody, and I looked down and it's just straight like muscle bone, like it's like really, really deep. And I remember at the time my mom either had just picked up or just dropped off my sister at a birthday party, but she was pulling back into the driveway, and my brother zipped back, and they came out to the field in the truck. And I go to the hospital, and they were like, I remember like sitting there, and they had like tweezers or pliers or whatever, right? And they were pulling like strings of blood out of my leg pretty much, and like getting all the dirt out because it was all dirty and would have gotten infected or whatever. And I remember,
What?
yeah, it's all yummy.
That's what I'm gonna be dealing with, though.
That's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be sewing people up.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. No shot. Oh wait, what other I feel like. What about like weird or awkward work experiences? Like Kendall, you
I'm a female, so that's a lot of them.
Well, okay. Well, guys commenting on your ass is kind of a given, but I mean like bizarre like crackheads come walking in and they're like fucking I want this foot long, me boy. Like that kind of thing.
I got a couple great stories for you. You were see, Kendall, you remember when I was working security in Minneapolis, like right after George Floyd?
Yeah.
Well, to start the first one off, we had I had just started my shift, and I'm like getting motion notices and shit in the hallways, and I'm working at this club that is like closed on certain days and shit. Like there's no motion in this fucking place. I'm like, great, there's somebody here. So I'm clearing the building, whatever, and in the parking garage, because that's it. It was in that general vicinity where everything had happened, and it's too like I'm not trying to be racist or nothing, but some raggedy black people, like they were just dressed in like it. First off, it's negative degree temperature out there, and they're dressed in t-shirt and shorts. Well, when I open the door and find them, they're butt ass naked. And they were fucking.
They were getting freaky, dude.
No, dead ass. Like I walked in and dude's dick was in this chick, in the stairwell, and I'm like, oh no.
What's his name?
Don't know. I just kicked the fuckers out of the property. I was like, that ain't right, man. Whatever you're doing is not okay.
You didn't even let him finish?
The hell no! I told them you could go finish somewhere else, because if they would have got caught while I'm working, motherfucker, I would have been in trouble.
I would have been like, listen, I won't say anything, and then just slowly should have said, come out with your hands up and your pants down. He's like, pants are already down, bozo. I'm about to finish. You're that guy. I can't believe you. Why wouldn't you let them finish?
Because the fact that first off, it was disgusting. It stunk in there. and it was an hour before open. So, and I wasn't gonna clean that shit.
There was one, actually, it's funny that you say that, because I had something like that happen to me, but the opposite. And Kendall, you were there too. We found, like, we were going for a walk, and we found, like, this, it was like right after George Floyd, we found like this parking garage thing.
What?
And yeah, and all of a sudden she started to like I don't know, something just got into her. And then next thing you know, we're naked, and this random fucking guy, Zach Chamberlain, comes walking up and kicks us out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I was
That was
upset. It was you.
That was
It
me.
was, it was like a ginger grizzly bear came walking up on us, and he was all, "Ooh."
You're thinking of the wrong girl.
Oh, you know what? And then I do remember my alarm going off.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Thanks. Jerk.
Love you.
Mm-hmm. Kendall, what about you? Surely somebody's asked you to wipe the crusties out their butthole once or twice.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Like, have they ever asked you to like dig in there more or no?
No. I don't know. It's not like weird to me anymore. Like I'm
You
used to seeing naked old people now.
That's a it's a weird thing to become accustomed to, but
Okay, well, it's like for medical purposes, right? So I'm like having to shower them or like change them into new clothes because they can't do it on their own.
you just walk in there and with like a roll of toilet paper, and you're like, you know what time it is.
No,
And then
normally they have like the wet wipes,
and then the old
like
dude's
the
just like,
diaper wipes.
yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I gotta pull my pants down. Here we go. Oh. So, but nothing
Sure.
interesting?
Not with that job, I don't think.
No? What about Subway?
I got threatened to get shot over a sandwich.
Okay, so where was that story?
Well, Zach was telling his little hookup story.
Yeah, our sex story. Yep.
Yeah,
So
I
tell
don't
us
know.
about
This
sandwich.
guy like didn't want to pay for it, and I was like, "Well, then I can't give it to you." And he's like, "I'm gonna just bust a cap in your ass," and I was like, "Okay."
Oh.
And then we
So
called the cops.
he was just a tweaker or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm, yeah.
He got banned from Subway.
He's,
Imagine getting banned from a fucking
I
restaurant.
was just about to say that. Imagine getting banned from Subway of all things.
I've gotten banned from Hy-Vee.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
we've all been banned from Ivy.
Yeah, I think yeah.
And the Cub and Woodbury. We kind of
Yeah.
fucked that one up.
Yeah. I think yeah. See that, like when I was in high school, it used to be the Walmart in Cottage Grove. That used to be our like
T-Bell.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh dude, T-Bell, the memories of T-Bell.
Yeah,
I've fought
T-Bell
so
was
many
great.
times there.
That's yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that used to be really fun. Everybody showing up and just filling up the parking lot. Even the what is that across the street or whatever? Savers? Yeah.
Savers. We used to throw fucking fireworks into Savers parking lot. You know? Let them bitches boom, and then everybody just runs.
Well, what
Yeah.
about the time we had a firework war with those Somalian people?
Well, that's normal for them. That's
Well,
just a Tuesday for them.
yeah, but they threw a fucking mortar right in the middle of all of us girls, and it blew up. And
They're
then
like,
you
look
got all
at those
pissed.
honky tonkers over there, my friend.
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, that guy that killed those 4 Idaho
Yeah, he got
college
caught.
students. Yeah, he got caught, but he said he was committing a perfectly let's see. He goes, Idaho murder suspect Brian Koberg thought he committed the perfect crime, mainly because he went to school to be a crime scene
Criminal
investigator. So
justice.
he
Or yeah.
yeah, he knew exactly what to do to make sure that nobody could find anything. And the one thing he fucked up on, they're saying it was a DNA sample of something, but they haven't released anything yet.
Well, that's good. About time they caught that guy.
That's so fucked up. Like being a college girl and like hearing that, like that scares the shit out of me now.
Well,
Well, quit
it's a
going to
good thing you're
college. It's a
home.
waste of money anyways.
This is true. This is
For
true.
what I want to do, no, college is not a waste of money.
You'll be paying college debt while I'm sitting here making monies.
I don't have any college debt.
Fine. Let me just go buy a house quick and. Dude, I'm gonna move to
Anyways,
Texas.
so I want to talk about a weird work experience that I had. There was a guy, he had called, this was when I was working at one of my other sites. I think this was actually this year, just this past year or this summer. And we were, I was sitting in the shack. I was covering for this guy that always has Mondays off. And I was covering for him. And there's a guy that had called, and he's like, yeah, so I typed in the address on Apple Maps, and the address doesn't take me to your facility. I said, yeah. I said, you got to type it into Google Maps. I don't know. It said it's an Apple Maps issue. Google Maps, it'll take you straight here. And you guys like, oh, can you just give me directions? I said, yeah. You pretty much just go straight for a mile and a half, and then you'll see the big white sign that says mulch store, and just follow the signs after that. If you pay attention to the signs, everything will tell you where to go. It's like, oh, okay. So then 5 minutes later, he rolls up to the shack, and he sounded like a nice guy over the phone, but then right away, he pulls up to the frickin' window and he says, you know, talk about some shitty customer service. And I was like, what? I said, why? Why, where? What are you talking about? He's like, well, you know, the address doesn't even take you straight to your place. I said, yeah. I said, were you the one talking on the phone? He's like, yeah. I said, well, you know, you gotta type it into Google Maps, and you know, Google Maps will take you straight here. He's like, well, I think you guys need to get that fixed. I was like, you know, all right, man, you know. And he starts getting an attitude or whatever. And this was like right around the time the price of brush went up. Like, price of brush went up everywhere, right? Like Gertons, like everywhere it went up. And I don't know, he had like a yard or two or something like that. And he starts bitching about the price. And I'm like, well, you know, that's, you know, I'm not the one that comes up with the price, you know, the office does that. And he's like, no, you're the one that comes up with the price. You're the one that determines, you know, the price on things, because you just told me the price. And I said, well, okay, right, but you know, that's like, we judge it how we see it, you know. Like, I told him, I said, go somewhere else. Like, if you think you find it cheaper, go somewhere else. And he starts getting an attitude. And so I was like, look, man, if you ain't gonna, you know, like, you came in here disrespectful right off the bat, you know, like, you're calling me. And then he started calling me like a bad employee and saying I'm throwing a tantrum like a girl and like all this and that. And I was like, all right, dude, like, you need to leave. So I ended up kicking him out. The next day I come back to work and my boss was like, hey, he goes, you should check the reviews on Google. I'm like, the reviews on Google? I said, for what? He's like, for our site. And I was like, why? And he's like, just go look. I was like, okay. So I go and look. I wonder if I can find it right now. So I go and look. And this guy, the guy who I had just talked to the day previous, said, oh, let's see, where is it? Can I find it? I want to see if I
What
can
do you work for again? The mulch store?
Yeah, yep, mulch store. Yeah, mulch store in Burnsville. Boy, where is it? Unless, let's see, let's go to lowest.
Right here, Jacob Ekness. Terrible experience. Directions on Google were way off, and the address brought me to Kramer. Then I ended up being late and got there 2 minutes until close, and the guy told me that he was going to kick me out at 5, even though all I had to do was to drop some leaves off, and said that I would likely be charged twice. Do not recommend this place at all.
Well, there was actually a different. No, okay, no, it's the one right underneath it. It
By
says horrible.
CK?
Yeah. That was he was the one that I talked to. Yeah, he said Google Maps and Apple Maps are wrong, which they were. Google Maps is always right with that address. Apple Maps is the only one that's wrong. The person that answered the phone was rude and not helpful in finding the store, which was 100% wrong because I talked to him almost the entire time when he was on his way there. He said, this review reflects the disheveled, unkempt, unpleasant person working at the shack. He was talking about me. All of those words I could barely even pronounce. So that was what my boss was talking about. He's like, check out the reviews. So now my boss calls me unkempt all the time. He's like, oh, look at this unkempt, unpleasant human being walking into the workplace. I'm like, bruh. But apparently unkempt means not clean. So apparently I wasn't clean.
No, you also work at a mulch store.
Yeah, I don't know. There was that, and then I was at a different site. This was like during hunting season. This was fresh. This was like a couple months ago. And this one Russian guy came up, and with the site that I'm at, the city has different different days where it's free to drop off.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, the guy gets there and he's like, yeah, like I'm here to drop off some whatever brush or something. I said, oh, okay. I said, today is not a public day. So either you got to pay $15 or come back Saturday or Sunday. And he turned it into this whole ordeal. He's like, $15. It was $10 a couple months ago. I said, well, that was before prices went up. And he starts like getting in my face and he starts poking my chest. And he's like, you need to do this, or, you need to. And I'm like, am I going to have to swing on this guy? Like, don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me, dude. And this guy was Russian. He's like, you need to call your supervisor. And I'm like, okay. So I called my boss and I was like, hey, so like I have this guy here and like he's trying to talk to me at the same time I'm on the phone. And I was just like, Mike, I don't know what to do. He's like, okay. He's like, well, tell him this. He's like, and if he doesn't leave, then, then call me back. And if he still doesn't leave, then I would just call 911. So I was like, okay. So I told him, I was like, look, I'm like, you're being really rude. I'm like, I've been nice, all this and that. But I'm like, these are the rules. Like, we didn't come up with the rules. And he's like, well, I checked St. Louis Park, the St. Louis Park website. And I said, so you checked the St. Louis Park website? He's like, yeah. I'm like, and did you look and see when you could drop off and when you couldn't drop off? He's like, yeah. I'm like, and you still came anyways? He's like, and I was like, okay. I'm like, well, there you go. I said, just go dump, but I'm like, don't do that again. Like, especially if you knew not to come here and you came here anyways, like you knew what the answer was going to be. Yeah. So why would you, so I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. That was kind of bizarre. Or
people like to waste time.
Yeah. Or there was like a deaf tranny person thing. I don't know. It was a dude, but it was wearing a training bra. I don't know. It was weird. This thing comes up to the window and she species gets out of the car and I'm like, I couldn't tell what she was obviously signing, and like she was like pointing and everything, but her partner or whatever in the passenger seat, and I was like pointing at her the person in the passenger seat. I was like, can you get her to talk or whatever? But they were both deaf, and I'm like, ugh.
Oh God.
I'm like, bruh. So I was like, okay, I'm like, I'll just do this. So I started writing down, like my questions or whatever. I'm thinking, okay, we'll just, pass the piece of paper back and forth. This bitch was talking or writing pretty much in hieroglyphics. I could not, like, dude, I'm not joking. Listen, it doesn't take that much to have better handwriting than me. Okay, I have crappy handwriting, but I found the one. Shut up. I had found the one person who had worse handwriting than me. Lane can draw pictures better than this chick could draw or write. And she starts like making noises, and she's like, I'm like, what?
Click.
I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't know what to do here. But then eventually I was able to like figure out like what she wanted, and yeah, I don't know. I've had a couple bizarre, like random things like that. Just so weird. So weird.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Yeah, it's you definitely see some different characters down there, especially the ones that bring pickup trucks with trailers because they don't want to get the back of their pickup truck dirty. That's the one that's like some of my favorites. Or when people call and they ask what our hours are, and then at the end of their sentence they say, "Oh, okay, yep, I see that. That's what it says on your website. Thank you." And I'm like, "What, bruh?" I don't know. You see some different characters down there.
Willow, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, can you cook your dog, please?
Dude, I'm about to.
Christ.
Willow!
Kendall fell asleep.
I think she did.
She 100% did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no, she didn't. Never mind.
She just had herself muted.
I did have myself muted.
Whoa,
All right,
that is enough.
One more topic, and then we'll wrap this up. What are your guys' favorite?
What?
Like your favorite thing to.
The fuck
Brad.
is this dude talking about?
All right, I'm kidding. So, what is like a kids show that you guys used to watch that now you think is kind of like creepy, or maybe not creepy, but like so like an example for me would be like I used to love watching Teletubbies. I think is
Teletubbies. Oh my God.
But now I just see him as IRL Among Us butt plugs run around.
Oh God.
But now, like if you were to watch that now, you'd think like these creepy little alien things, like you know what I mean, like that, or like I don't know. To me, it just looks like the little Among Us characters, just IRL, little butt plugs running around. I don't know. That's just what I think. I don't know what are some shows that you guys used to watch as kids where now you're like, shit, like Bear in the Big Blue House or like Sesame Street or something,
I used to watch VeggieTales all the
Cowardly
time.
dog, dude.
Wow. What's that?
Let me finish chewing. My fat ass gotta eat. Courage the Cowardly Dog, whatever that movie is or that show.
Oh yeah, with the fucking old grandma.
Yes. I used to be like weirded out about that fucking show.
Courage the Car. Is that the one with like the pink? It's like the pink dog or whatever, right? It looks like Perry the Platypus, but more cursed.
Yeah, he's got like a a pinkish brownish tint to them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that I could see. I could see that.
That show was fucking weird.
What about you, Kendall? What have you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think because you guys both had good ones.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know. Like Elmo kind of freaks me out now.
Elmo. Why wouldn't you say like Barney or something?
Or like like all those like shows.
Oh yeah, Barney.
Barney. Yeah, I used to be obsessed with Barney.
The big purple fucking dinosaur thing. I think I used to like Barney. I remember I used to like Bear in the Big Blue House too. Like, I used to really like that show.
That was a good one.
What was the fucking Blue's Clues? I used to watch Blue's Clues.
Oh yeah. He was in like a band. He was in like a metal band. Like after he left Blue's Clues, he like went to college and he was in a band and shit. Like
yeah, I saw that.
Just completely bizarre and random. But yeah, okay. Yeah, those are good ones. Actually, okay, one more, just because I have a couple that I could talk about. Have you guys or anybody you know have ever met anybody like famous? Like athletes or you know, anything like that? Yeah, or like an artist or something who.
Well, I've been on Luke Combs' bus. I drank a beer with him. My grandpa would drive for all these big country artists back in the day, and his last person he drove for was the Cadillac 3. And when they were in Minneapolis, or not Minneapolis, I don't know, where the fuck is the XL considered? Is that Minneapolis?
St. Paul.
Yeah,
St. Paul.
I think
yeah,
St.
we
Paul.
were in St. Paul, and Luke Combs' bus was right in front of the Cadillac 3's bus. I was like, because I went down there, we had the backstage passes, all that kind of shit. So like, I was right next to Luke Combs, and yeah, that was pretty fun. You could probably name a handful of country singers, and I guarantee I've probably met a majority of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just through like meet and greets and stuff, or what? Or somebody?
No, like my grandpa would drive for him. Like he drove for Rodney Atkins, he drove for Jason Aldean, drove for Eric Church, Alan Jackson. He was a bass guitar player for Keith Whitley before he passed away. So like he was in his band, and to this day he's still driving. I think he's driving for a handful of different artists right now. Pretty much just helping out relieve on those 10-hour drives or more.
That's so cool. I have somebody who actually does the exact same thing, but I'll let Kendall tell hers first.
Well, my uncle is a roadie, so I've met like Austin Healy and like those bands, like little bands.
Yeah.
And then my dad won like backstage passes to like the Backstreet Boys, so I met the Backstreet Boys.
Oh wow.
And
it's like a celebrity crush moment, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
100% is.
Kendall was sitting there like, oh my god, come here.
Oh, she was spanky wanking the whole time, jerking a little pecker off.
Jesus Christ.
Dirty as fuck.
But then I've met like a bunch of NHL players too, like Cal Clutterbuck, Zach Parise.
Oh yeah.
Wayne Gretzky. Yeah.
You've met Gretzky?
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
That is actually pretty cool.
Wes Walls. Nina Ryder.
Nina Ryder.
Mainly like Wild players, but and then my brother used to play hockey with Jake Gensel, so I know Jake Gensel.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he's from here.
Mm-hmm.
Did he play for the Gophers?
I don't know where he went to college.
I don't know either. For some reason, I thought he played for the Gophers. Oh no, I'm thinking of Kessel, Phil Kessel. No, he played for the Gophers.
But then I also know another one of the kids that my brother played hockey with. His name is Brendan Manell, and he's on like the Wild Farm team.
Well,
So he could be pulled up to the Wild.
Iowa.
But
He's the AHL. He plays for Iowa.
no, the Minnesota.
it's like their farm team.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
how like the Twins have the Saints.
Yeah, that's the Iowa Wild. I'm pretty sure that's where they call players up from, right?
Oh shit, is it?
It's their minor league. It's the AHL.
I thought their minor league was down in Rochester. Maybe it is Iowa.
Yeah, because that's where they sent Rossi back down to. And I don't remember the thing. I don't remember the other guy's name that would come back and forth from down there. I don't remember. But okay. So he plays for the minor league.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I know his whole family.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
sick.
Well,
Yeah.
when you start getting to go to these games for free, you just remember me, okay?
Okay. You had a chance to go last week and you didn't.
With who?
Ben.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I was not given that option. I went last year.
I did.
Oh, I know you did.
That
I
shit was
heard
so
Ben.
funny.
You can't rape him like that. That was non-consensual.
wow. All right. Well, I'm going to talk about mine before the FBI busts through my apartment door. So I did meet and greet passes with Jerry Cantrell. That was my most recent one. And I cried like a little baby at that concert.
Oh, I know you did.
Yeah, they played, because this was like, I don't know, a week or two after Tucker had passed away, and they played a song about when their frontman passed away, and they were singing a song that that's kind of like a goodbye song. So I was a wreck. But oh my god, it was so much fun. I got to meet him. He signed my dream guitar, which is a guitar that a series that's like his signature series or whatever. Like they only made a certain amount of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. So like when I was little, my mom actually, my shirts would fit her at some point. Like, so she would wear, I had a Pierre Marc Bouchard, Wild shirt, and she bumped into Brent Burns at Dick's Sporting Goods in Woodbury when he played for us.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't remember where I was though. Like I want to say, I don't know if I was on like vacation on my dad's side or I was just or maybe I was at school. I don't remember, but yeah, she's like, I was just going through Dick's Sporting Goods, and because this was back when we would build the rink in our yard every year, and I think she was looking at nets or something, and she was just going down the aisle, and all of a sudden he looked over at her, and she smiled, and he smiled, and he was missing his two front teeth, and yeah, he signed my Pierre Marc Bouchard shirt, so that was pretty cool. And then let's see. This isn't really like me meeting anybody, but it was pretty cool to get that close to somebody. So when me, Mikey, and Dalton went to that concert, that Breaking Benjamin and Bush and Al's concert,
Yeah.
we were walking up the stairs at the grandstand, and the lead singer Bush, Gavin Rossdale, he's kind of known for going in the crowds and like singing like in the crowds and stuff, and he's got like security by him, whatever. And so he was in the middle of a song when we were walking to our seats and all this, like, and we didn't know he was up in the stands at the time. And so we're like trying to get to our seats, and all of a sudden we start getting like pushed out of the way by somebody. And I look over, and I'm 4 feet from Gavin Rossdale, and he's like running right in front of me, and I was like, oh, that was fucking sweet. Like he just, I don't know, he just like ran right by me. I don't know, he ran by all three. Those two were fucking way wasted. They don't really remember any of the concert that much, but yeah,
you guys
that was
know like that one TikTok girl that like does all the ASMR shit? She's like a little ginger.
No.
You know her? Is she famous? Where are you going with this?
She's technically famous because she's got a lot of like TikTok followers and whatever. But I met her at the Mall of America. And I was like 17, 16.
Oh damn.
Oh, so this was like a couple days ago.
Fuck you.
Not right now. Oh, and actually, funny that Kendall was talking about West Walls. In high school, I was in geometry class, and I think it was the first day of school, and so whatever, everybody got their assigned seats, and I sat next to this gal, really pretty gal. Holy cow, I can't even talk. And we start talking about hockey. She's like, yeah, I play for Eastridge and all this and that. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. You know, I've never played for the school, but I've always, you know, just like backyard hockey and pickup games and, you know, whatever shit like that. We got on subject of talking about the Wild. She's like, oh yeah, you know, my dad used to play for the Wild. And I was like, you know, sure, okay, right? You know, high school, he's just trying to impress me, right? I know I'm good looking, but you don't gotta impress me. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, who's your dad? And she was like, Wes Walls. And I was
Shit.
I was like,
Not Tim Walls.
I was like, yeah, right. I was like, bullshit. I'm like, no way. And then the next day, I found out that we were sat together because we were alphabetized by last name, and I looked at the attendance, and sure enough, it was his daughter. I was like, wow, that is pretty crazy.
I'm pretty sure he coaches the Eastridge girls.
Mm-hmm. Does he still? I know he did, like when I went there.
I think he still does.
Does he? I didn't know.
Say he probably hasn't moved.
Yeah, I didn't know if, like, after his youngest graduated, if
I think he still have one more.
done. Oh, really?
I think.
Crazy. Well, we've been going for like over an hour.
I think we need to talk about this Viking Packer game that went on last night.
I think I would rather shit in my hands and clap than talk about that game.
What the hell happened to you guys?
We deserve to lose that.
Agreed.
We were terrible. Our kicker too. Oh my god, what was our kicker doing?
Well, what's happened now, dude? I thought Greg Joseph was like the best thing in the league after a couple weeks ago. Everybody is swearing by him.
My idiot friend commented on something with the 61-yard field goal. He was like, Greg the leg, and all this week he's been saying Greg the leg and Greg the leg this and that, and now he can't fucking make a field goal. But I found it funny, the second they yanked Cousins, all of a sudden we scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you yank Cousins, you put your secondary in, and, you know, Cousins had 5 interceptions yesterday. I think, right?
No
5 or 4.
way, 5?
It was either 5 or 4.
I know one was a pick 6. 2 of them, I know he threw 2. One of them shouldn't have been an interception, though. The only reason why it was is because it got tipped at the last second and it bumped the ball up. So it was way off.
No way he only had 3. I just watched fucking 4 of them. All right, whatever.
Yeah, 3 or 4
Google
sounds right.
says he had 3.
Yeah.
I just there was a pick six, there was one to Amos, and then there was another one in the third quarter, and he had 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the third, 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. So that would have been 4.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching like after the second half. Me, my brother, and my dad just started looking at hunting pictures on the laptop.
I stopped watching as soon as Cousins got yanked, and then I had a 30-minute drive home, and I was like, yeah, I should probably drink some water.
Yeah. No, Vikings deserve to lose that one.
Yeah,
They,
everybody gets all the secondaries go in, so it's secondary versus secondary, right? And then you got, other than, I mean, like Osborne was in. I think Hawkinson was still in for you guys at the end of the game there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because you
Jefferson
guys
only
scored.
had 1 catch.
I was gonna say Jefferson got his shit walked. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he got grittied on.
Yep, by Jair Alexander, my man.
Yep.
Highest paid
Yeah.
cornerback in the league, and he wanted Jefferson 1-1. He got it.
Yes, he did. Yeah, we got walked. We got absolutely walked.
Who was your guys' second string quarterback now?
Beats me.
Number 12. Who was that?
I like our second string running back more than our first. I like that Madison or Mattinson.
Madison's really good.
Yeah, I like him. That Dalvin Cook, I'm not a huge fan of.
He's got some power to him.
Yeah, well, I don't know football, so I'm gonna leave.
That's fine. I'm gonna go make some more food, anyways.
All right. Well, we can end it
We've been
then.
going for a while. Yeah, Zach, if you want to get on and play some COD, I'm just sitting in the Xbox screen right now.
I'm down.
Sweet. Okay, guys. Well, this was fun. Thank you.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna listen back to this, and hopefully, there's nothing that goes awry, because that would really suck. So, okay. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye,
Zach,
love
you
you.
boost me on
Bye-bye.
COD.
Sounds good.